Hey friends, welcome back to my studio. I'm gonna paint another cow today. Oh, I'm sure some of you went, oh, I'm so surprised. I've painted several cows. I found this cute one on Pixabay. I'll link it in this video's description. See if we can get it isn't that fun? And I'm cropping it different than in past videos. And I'm also gonna try to paint it a little differently. So let's have some fun and play. Okay, I wrote the word love on my canvas. This is a 5x7 canvas panel from US Art Supply. I really like them. I get them from Michael's too. And then this is a combination. It's 1/3 each. So 1/3 yellow oxide, 1/3 cadmium yellow, and 1/3 titanium white. And I painted the canvas with that color combination. And then what I'm thinking of doing is sort of painting, not too long ago I painted a black and white cat photo and then glazed it. So I'm thinking of kind of going down that path but a little differently. So this is raw sienna. It's almost gone. Did you hear that? And then this is burnt sienna. See how dark this one is? Oh, I haven't opened that one in a while. I wonder if we want red oxide. I'm gonna change my mind here. Change my mind on the fly, but that's what's fun about art. I don't know if that's gonna be darker. That's redder. I wonder if I want a little burnt. Oh, here, that gave me, I just wiped it off on the paper towel. I think this one actually might be darker. Oh gosh, they are close. One's just redder. They're really close in value. I think I'll just put this one out. So I went with the burnt sienna. You could totally go with the red oxide. And what I'm what I'm going to do is I'm gonna kind of paint like I did with the black and white cat. I've also got a cow painting with a sunflower. They painted black and white and then glazed. I think with this one I'm gonna paint shades of these colors. I'm not gonna put out white yet. I'm gonna leave where it's white. I'm gonna just leave it this yellow color. And it's almost like painting a little bit like a grisaille. I'm not even sure I'm saying that right. It's sort of just a value painting. Okay guys, so I'm gonna do that and then I'll be back. Oh, forgot to say that I scaled my photo to 5x7, cropped it, scaled it to 5x7, and used it as a traceable. I'll link that photo, which I think I mentioned in the intro, in this video's description. Okay guys, now I'll be back in a bit. Hey friends, I'm gonna stop here for tonight. I think I like it so far. I mean, it's rough. Here, maybe we want a screenshot. It's rough, but I'm finding sort of 3 values. And then, okay, that brings to mind, let me grab my reference photo here. Oh, and my microphone, hopefully it's not making noise, is caught. So, well here, so this is like white, and I'm just leaving it yellow for now. And then this isn't white, but I'm still leaving some yellow in there because eventually I'm gonna put white on here. So I'll add more values. If that helps, that comment helps a little bit. And then I think, I'm gonna add darker values. Maybe some burnt umber. Oh, actually, maybe what I'll do is I'll put out some straight up cad yellow. I don't know if I'll need it. Actually, I'll put out some quinacridone magenta and a blue. I think I need to work on the sky next and kind of see how that looks. And probably phthalo blue green shade just because I have it sitting here. I'll let you know. I'll let you know tomorrow. And then see how the sky looks and kind of get that in. So I get that value in there. And then I don't know which I'll start playing with next. I might start playing with some of the darker values in the ear. I could add some whites just so I can find them. So I know how white I can go. And then actually I think I'll put out some Mars Black and make a brown. Make a burnt umber. So I'm going to try and put out as few colors as possible to keep this more simple. Okay, and then the brushes I used were just a little 1/4" craft brush from Michaels, number 6 Craft Smart. This one's a 3/8. It's not quite a 1/2 inch. Number 10. And then I used, I never can read it because it's all worn off. It's a little liner brush from Royal and Langnickel. It's their Mental line. I use that in the eye for control. Okay, guys, I think this is kind of fun, and I think this might help. You can definitely see me painting the shapes and painting some of the values and kind of finding our cute cow. I'll be back tomorrow. Hey, I'm gonna stop for today. I didn't get much painted on this. It's the next day. I kept messing with the sky. And I laugh because I never liked the background. And then once I get the painting done, I always like the background. The yellow blue green shade. And I mixed it with a little bit of raw sienna and a little bit of burnt sienna to gray it out, because orange and blue are complements, so these are kind of orangey and this is a blue color. And then added white for the sky. And then red oxide and black made a really pretty brown. Gosh, that looks like a burnt umber. I don't know if it's gonna look the same. Oh, that looks almost black in there. Can't really say. It might actually be warmer. Yeah, it's a little warmer than a burnt umber, but it's really pretty. I really like it. I'm gonna take that off there because I don't want to add another color. What else? Oh, and then I'm starting to use that brown to define more of the darker areas on the cow. So I'm just kind of building up the cow, kind of like building a house from the foundation up. So I add some of the brown in here and in the ears. And then I painted out a lot of the fuzzies, but I can put them back in on the ear. And I'm starting to work on the eye a little bit. It's rough. Here, I guess I'll turn it this way. You don't really need it. It's getting there. I'm just building up the values. It'll help to have the sky in there. Okay, guys. I think that's about it. I'll be back tomorrow. let's stop a second and talk about a couple things. So my ear is starting to look better. I put in both darker values and lighter values. It's still pretty loose. It looks good through my phone. Let's get a little closer. I've worked on the eye. It's good. I don't know if I'm totally happy with it yet. I mean, you could totally be happy with this and done. That's what's fun about art, is you get to decide. I added blues in the shadow areas that are light, a little bit lighter. I think I'm going to bring those up some more still. Oh yeah, I'm going to bring those up more. So I'm just playing. And also, by adding blues into the shadow areas, it ties in your sky. Here, I'm going to grab my iPad. And it even kind of looks blue depending on how I hold it. So that's one thing nice about this reference photo, is it's good. You could even, like if you have a program, a photo editing program, you could bump up the color more. I think the photographer might have bumped up the color of the sky. They might not have, because the nose isn't terribly pink, so I'm not sure that they did. But you can see blue in there. You can see a little bit more blue over in here. Of course, it's going to depend on how my phone focuses on it. So I think I just kind of wanted to stop in and talk about what I'm doing, because I've added blue to my palette when I did the sky. Now I'm adding blue to the cow. This part isn't quite so blue on my reference photo. Here, I just set it down. It's warmer. I decided to make it cooler. I might warm it back up. I might put in the body and the nose next. I'm not totally sure. I'm kind of generally working up to my lights, but then as I develop an area, I might throw in some lights to see what I think of the value changes and the color. Okay guys, I hope those comments help a smidge. I'll be back in a bit. Hey friends, what do you think? I added quinacridone magenta, I'm looking for it, to my palette. I am not rushing. So I think I need to say this more often. YouTube makes it look like I paint it really fast. I've been painting, oh gosh, it could even been 2 hours. I don't know exactly when I started. Just playing. To the quinacridone magenta, there's just a little straight up quinacridone right there. I added some of my yellow mixture and some of the raw sienna to warm it up. You don't have to, that's just what I did. And I think you could see how I was just building up the values, and I think you can see I haven't really painted, oh that's like a yellow white. I haven't painted any white yet. Oh, and I built up some of the detail in here, and I'm really trying to get strong value change and almost have it kind of glow. Here. Because like the ear kind of glows right there. And I'm not so concerned if I get the glows in exactly the right spot. I'm trying to get it to glow. Oh, and then I put some of this pink. There is a little bit of pink around the eye. And I put a little pink in the ear just to help tie it in with the rest of the painting. You may or may not see pink in the ear. And then I came back with some black, which is actually darker than in the reference photo, because for now I wanted more contrast. Of course, that is at the bottom edge of the painting. Normally you want to kind of bring people in, but I think we'll be fine because we have nose, eye, ear. So I think we're okay. I think you'll kind of do that loop. And then it's lighter here. Plus it's just it's a cow portrait, so it's not quite so, the design and structure isn't quite so critical. But I just thought I'd pop in and let you know I added quinacridone magenta a little bit ago. And I'm just building up values. Get it close. Oh, is that focusing? I have a new phone because I thought the upgrade in the camera, well, my old phone was 4 or 5 years old. So I thought the upgrade would help with YouTube videos, but I'm not sure because I'm not sure it focuses very well close. My other one did a little bit better job. But I think close helps because then you can see, like, my brush strokes are pretty messy. Well, there I'm not focusing on shapes quite as much. I put the hairs back in. But letting some of like the orangey colors show through, or coming back and putting some lighter colors, I think really helps. Okay guys, I just thought I'd pop in since I'd added a new color and I was working on the nose. I'll be back in a bit. Hey friends, what do you think? Is everything in frame? I like that I built up, started with this gold color. You could start with yellow. I think the gold's a little nicer. I don't know. If you want more intense color, actually use the yellow. I keep changing my mind in the moment. And built it up so I had all gold. Put in some of the, sorry, I'm forgetting my colors, burnt sienna. And then it kind of did a 2-3 value color painting and then just kept building up the colors. I like that I put in some straight up phthalo blue, green shade, and white because it pops. We're playing with complements here. Orange and blue are complements. They're opposite the color wheel. So we're hinting at close complements. I like the creamy magenta I made by putting in some of my yellow into quinacridone magenta and some of the raw sienna. I think that's real fun. I did put in some white. Originally I put in some really light yellow-ish color, and then I did come back with a little more white because I just keep kind of pushing those values. And I put a little pink, more pink up here. I think it's really fun. Here, let's do a screenshot. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you just kind of watch, because people watch an average of 6 minutes of these videos. So I'm assuming you kind of see the beginning and the colors, and then you might just take a screenshot of the last image and paint it. But let me know how you do it. Or do you stop it, paint a little watch a little more, stop it, paint, that kind of thing. This is a good reference photo. I know I've mentioned this, but it'll definitely be linked in this video description because it's got strong lighting, so that can really help you. And then you can just print out the reference photo to whatever scale you want if you want to use it as a traceable. And I almost always make the noses more pink or more something. Yeah, you can't. I don't have enough real estate, but you can tell. So this nose is soft pink, and that nose has a lot more pink in it. Okay, guys, let me know what you think. Oh, I also want to mention, this is inspired by Rita Kirkman. I already was painting kind of like this, and I came across her work. I think somebody, maybe in my Facebook group mentioned her. Somebody somewhere mentioned her a little while ago. She's a pastel artist and does a lot of pastel, and acrylic can be very similar in how you put on the paint or put on the pastel. So you might want to look at her work. I think she might have a few videos. I think that's all I need to mention. Thank you all for your support. I couldn't be an artist without all of you. Great, big, happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.